Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This morning I went to the gym downstairs and had a great session. I personally like the gym. I think the gym is great. It offers people access to equipment, exercise machines, classes, and an environment that encourages them to reach the level of fitness they want. But for some people, the gym is intimidating, expensive, inconvenient, or simply not accessible to them. It could depend on your schedule, personality, or just personal preferences, whether you like going to the gym or not. Going to the gym used to be viewed as the best and most effective way to stay physically fit. But after COVID-19, that view has shifted for a lot of people because during the COVID-19 lockdown, they were not able to go to the gym, and most people discovered that they could exercise at home. And of course, there was the rise of online exercise videos and YouTube channels dedicated to exercises that you can do at home. However, there are still a lot of people that are not yet exercising regularly because they say they don't have access to the gym or they don't have a gym membership. And I'm here to remind you that you do not have to go to the gym if you don't want to or simply can't go to the gym. You can still gain muscle, lose weight, or become more fit. Whatever your goal is, it absolutely is achievable. You do not have to get a gym membership. You can do something else, such as swimming or martial arts or dancing, but also you can work out at home in the way you would have worked out at the gym. Before I started going to the gym and before I got easy access to a gym, I used to exercise at home in the living room in front of the TV. And on the TV would be a YouTube video, and the fitness instructor in the YouTube video would be showing me the exercises and I would follow along. When done right and regularly enough, exercising at home can be as effective as exercising in the gym. Although at the gym, you do have access to more machines and different weights and things you might not have access to at home. So I personally think that to start working out at home, especially if you're very new to exercising seriously and regularly, then I think that starting at home is a good point, and then eventually you go to a gym if you wish to take your fitness level to the next level, if you want to step up your game and increase the level of difficulty. Because back home, you could fill up water bottles and use it as weights if you wish to do some strength training, or you can buy some dumbbells. But at the gym, there is a wide range of different sizes and weights of dumbbells available. That could be very convenient when you become strong enough to go for a heavier set of dumbbells. The truth for absolute beginners when it comes to exercising is that you do not need to spend a lot of money or go to the gym or buy fancy equipment. No, actually, all you need is a lot of willpower and to make the time in your day to exercise regularly. And when I say make time to exercise, I do not mean 2 hours every single day. Just to exercise for 10 minutes, that is enough. What is most important is that you move your body and sweat a bit. And if a 10-minute HIIT cardio video you found on YouTube gets you moving and sweating, then that 10 minutes was enough. But of course, with such short workout sessions, it's important that you do it quite regularly. I think it's actually better to exercise for shorter times because then your schedule is probably more likely to allow it, and it is much less daunting to think that, oh, I would rather just exercise for 10 minutes for 6 days than exercise for an hour. But if you wish to exercise for longer, then of course you can. But I do suggest and remind absolute beginners that you do not need to exercise for a very long time. And you also don't necessarily need a lot of fancy equipment, despite what the advertisements and fitness gurus are telling you. You can simply just get a yoga mat, and even if you don't have a yoga mat, you can just put something soft on the floor, such as a towel or a blanket, just something to protect your knees. And I already did mention that you don't need dumbbells. You could use water bottles filled with water instead, but you don't even actually need weights. you can really exercise very well with just your body's weight. You are quite heavy, in case you forgot, and when you have to support yourself, then you really do train your muscles. So for example, instead of doing a bicep curl with dumbbells in your hand, you instead do a push-up. So you push up your body weight away from the floor, so it is still training your arms muscles. I also believe that absolute beginners do not have to have gym wear, but I highly recommend that you do get some exercise clothes. It does not have to be the fanciest clothes, but it's just exercise wear. They are designed a specific way that it is meant to be worn when you are about to move a lot and sweat a lot. So the clothes then wouldn't absorb all the sweat and also allow your skin to breathe. So workout clothes are usually quite thin and made for the purpose of exercising. And also just putting on that gym wear really sets you in the right mindset and also motivates you to go and exercise. And it's fun to get new gym wear, especially if it's very pretty gym wear. It makes the whole experience exciting, and it will hopefully encourage you to make exercising a part of your life. Also, similar to going to the gym or having a gym membership, if you are new to exercising and you just wish to stay fit and healthy, I do not believe that it is absolutely necessary for you to have a gym trainer or a coach. I think that it will help. So if you have access to a great trainer or the money to afford to pay a trainer, then please go ahead. But if not, then do not be discouraged. That does not mean that you cannot exercise well or exercise safely. I mentioned that there's been a rise of new YouTube channels and other kind of channels where people are dedicated to making videos for you to exercise with. So I believe that those videos are wonderful because, first of all, they are free to access. You can access a lot of great exercise videos on YouTube, and also most of them do know what they're doing. So it is then easy to exercise safely because you see what the person is doing on your screen and you simply follow along. It is quite important, if you're an absolute beginner, to make sure that you follow along them, especially their form. It's not really that important to keep up with their pace because a lot of the people who run the exercise channels, they are very fit themselves. I mean, it is their job after all. So I wouldn't recommend trying to keep up with their pace. Everyone exercises at their own pace because we are all physically different. And I just recommend that you really focus on their form. It is really important that you exercise with good form, especially when it comes to weight training, but also when it comes to cardio. Exercising with the incorrect form can really lead to terrible injuries. And also another thing to watch out for is that not all the YouTube channels or other type of channels with exercise videos are all the best. Some of the people don't have the training and they would teach you incorrect things. So be careful when you choose which channels, which trainers you want to follow along with. If you are interested in the channels which I personally like, I have linked them in this description below. I occasionally might do an exercise video of another channel to spice things up, but these are the channels that I often follow along with. And remember, just because I like these channels, it doesn't mean that I think they are the best channels for exercising on YouTube. I think there are many more great channels out there. These are just the ones that personally worked for me, and I connected with the creators of these channels. I recommend that you look at a wide variety and that you try out 2 or 3 videos of a bunch of channels to find ones that really work for you, because each creator is very unique. So the type of exercises, the combination of exercises, and just the way their exercise videos flow is very different. It's all unique. So I think that there is a exercise channel on YouTube for everyone and everyone's style. So I recommend that you not follow the herd and only exercise along with the videos from the most popular YouTube channels, the ones with the most subscribers. No, rather go and find one that really personally fits with you and one where you connect with the creator of the channel. Now, you might know all these things and you found the YouTube channels with the exercise videos that you think you will like, but you still haven't gotten started because maybe you have family members living with you or a roommate or so. Well, I think that to exercise regularly at home it's going to be a big change to your life, and people are of course going to notice this change. Maybe it will also mess a little bit with their schedules. Maybe you want more access to the living room and a living room TV to be able to exercise. So it will affect your family members or your roommates' lives. So they are going to notice. And I just think that it's nothing to be embarrassed about. You do not have to secretly exercise in your home. No, it's something that you should rather do with pride, because even if people laugh, you'll be the one at the end with the six pack. So you'll have the last laugh. And also, eventually, they're going to get used to it. And maybe, just maybe, your family members and roommate and friends decide to join you. Maybe they see how effective it is and how strong you've gotten, and they decide that they also want to exercise with you. And then everyone can exercise together with the exercise video on the TV. Doesn't that just sound great? Or maybe it isn't that you are shy or embarrassed. Maybe there's something else holding you back. I don't know what it is, but I just want you to rather focus on the long-term benefits that you can get from exercising regularly. I want you to remember that you will be very thankful. Future you will thank you, because exercising regularly and becoming more fit, it really changes your life. Not only do you gain confidence from how your body changed and how you have more muscles now or you're leaner, it's actually the confidence you get from, oh, I've done that, I've exercised regularly, I have gotten out of bed early on cold winter days when I didn't feel like it, and I exercised while other people were still sleeping in their warm beds. That will give you such pride in yourself and such a sense of achievement, which eventually becomes confidence. And also, as you become more physically fit and stronger, you actually also become more mentally stronger, because you realize that you can do it. You can do something that is very difficult, that not that many people is able to do. You have that motivation and willpower and self-control, and that will further increase your self-confidence and self-efficacy. So it's not just about becoming skinnier or getting bigger muscles. It is also about becoming mentally stronger. So I highly recommend that you stop using excuses such as, I can't go to the gym, I don't have a gym membership, I don't have great equipment, I don't have someone to exercise with, I don't have a trainer. Those are not worth the benefits that you can gain from exercising regularly. And that just means maybe just 10 minutes, a 10-minute cardio video that you found on YouTube. That is excellent exercise. And also, if you want to go to the gym, you absolutely should. I highly recommend it. Maybe you're unsure if it's going to work for you, then just try it out. And if it doesn't, you can exercise at home instead. And if you have tried going to the gym or exercising at home and you don't like it, you don't like the structured workouts, the follow along videos, the cardio or the strength training, then that is okay. There are so many other types of effective ways to exercise. No type is the best. For example, you could dance instead. Maybe that is something you'd enjoy much more. You can do a sport such as swimming or tennis or basketball. You can go on a walk in the neighborhood or go hiking up mountains. You can do gardening. There is no best form of exercise. anything that gets your body moving and gets you covered with a little bit of sweat, that is exercise. So I think that it is more important to find a type of exercise that you enjoy than do exercise that other people's or even scientific evidence says is the best. Because if you do something, for example, cardio, that is so wonderful according to other people, but you absolutely hate it, then you're not going to continue doing it regularly. You're going to give up and you're going to feel bad about that. You're going to feel guilty and like a failure, feel like you couldn't commit because you don't have the self-control. But no, actually, it just wasn't meant for you. How could you do something consistently if you don't like it? So rather find something, for example, dancing, that you really enjoy and you dance regularly, and you then will for sure commit to it. And it will help you reap all the benefits that come with exercising regularly. And just like there is no best way to exercise, there is also no perfect amount of exercise and no best time of the day to exercise. Yes, I know there is fitness gurus who talk about, oh, you should do this or you should do that. You should exercise for this long and you should exercise in the morning and so on and on. But it really depends on your personal preferences, your lifestyle, and what your schedule allows. So I think that you should stop listening to all the opinions that you have access to on the internet or all the people that you know. Rather, just figure out what works for you, because that will ensure that you will commit and you will exercise without having to force yourself every single time to do it because it's not what you prefer personally. The best way to exercise is the way you choose to, the way you want to, because this is you and your body. So it is up to you and you only. Of course, you can listen to all the advice that scientific evidence and experts and friends give you, but that is just one opinion and that is just what they experienced. You can listen to it, but you don't have to assume that it is the only right way or the only effective way. At the end of the day, you must decide, how do you want to exercise so that it can become a part of your life and a part that you really enjoy. So also remember that if someone else exercises in a different way and maybe they don't like the way you exercise, then that doesn't mean that they are not exercising the right way just because that way of exercising worked for you. It's very important to remember that not only are we physically different, but also just our interest is different and our lifestyles as well. So the bottom line is that there is no perfect way to exercise. There is no best or right way. So is it worth it to go to the gym? That entirely depends on you. If you love the environment and the equipment and the access to the classes, then absolutely go for it. But if it's not your thing, then that is completely all right. And you should never have to feel pressure to go to the gym. What matters is that you get your body moving and that it feels good and it works for your lifestyle. There is no one size fits all when it comes to exercising, whether you're lifting weights in the gym, following a YouTube video at home, or digging up weeds in your garden. Every bit of movement counts. The goal is to make exercise fun and regular so that it can truly become a part of your lifestyle and not just some chore that you have to do because everyone keeps telling you that you should. It should be your choice and you should do it in the way that you want so that you truly start enjoying it and the benefits come right your way. If you have a unique way of exercising, please let me know in the comment section how you stay active. And tell me, do you prefer going to the gym or do you prefer exercising at home? And if you enjoy exercising by following along with exercise videos on YouTube, please let me know which channels do you recommend to others. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, take care of yourself and keep striving to be the best version of you.